CEO.CA, the leading community for investors in junior resource and venture stocks. My name is Amrit Gill, and joining us today is John Miniotis, CEO of AbraSilver Resource Corp. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, AbraSilver has just released your PFS for the Diablillos project. A big congratulations on the achievement. Let's break down the PFS with an overview of the key points.
Yeah, so our Diablillos project here is large scale. It's primary silver and gold, open pitable, very large reserve base. So as part of this study, we declared our maiden proven and probable reserve estimate, which contains now about 210 million ounces on a silver equivalent basis. And that equates to a 13-year mine life here, producing at 9,000 tons per day. So this is a large-scale operation with a, importantly, a very quick payback period. So when you look at the economics here, I think they're very, very compelling. You get payback in about 2.5 years, depending on the commodity price assumptions you're using. But yeah, given it's a 13-year mine life, a very, very rapid payback period. And again, very compelling economics, depending on the commodity prices. You're looking at a net present value here between 700 million Canadian to up to 900 million Canadian dollars based on current spot prices. So an attractive project, large scale, and we truly think this has all the hallmarks of being a world-class primary silver project.
Well, tell us about how the economics stack up against other surrounding silver dominant deposits.
Sure. So when you look at the production profile here, based on the first 5 years of the mine plan, this project would actually be producing on average 18 million ounces a year on a silver equivalent basis. And that's only silver and gold, so 100% precious metals. And so that would rank it as a top 10 leading silver producing asset in the world for all primary silver assets. And so again, this is a world-class, large-scale project. And then similarly, on the operating cost side, this project certainly ranks in the lowest quartile on the cash cost curve. So on the best quartile there, your all-in sustaining cash costs for the first 5 years are under $10 an ounce of silver, and over the entire life of mine, under $12.50 an ounce. So it's a project with very compelling, rates of return. Sort of regardless, under any foreseeable commodity price scenario, we think this project's going to have very robust returns.
Mm-hmm. And John, take us through the potential for expanding the mineral resource and reserve estimates.
Sure. So right now, the pre-feasibility study is based on the existing proven and probable reserves. The vast majority of that comes from our main Oculto deposit with a satellite deposit called the Jack Zone, which we discovered last year. And so really those two deposits hold 100% of the existing reserves, but we have identified several other nearby satellite deposits here that we have yet to drill. Phantasma, Alpaca, Jack North, these are the names of some of these surrounding ore bodies, require additional drilling. That's our plan for this year. Drill those out, develop a resource and a reserve at those deposits, and then incorporate those into a bankable feasibility study, which we plan on completing by the end of 2025.
Elaborate a little bit more on how these results advance your understanding of the project and AbraSilver's future goals.
Sure, I'd say without a doubt, this is a very, very important milestone for the project and for the company. This really helps de-risk the project here. So in the past, it was over 2 years ago, close to 3 years ago, we had completed a preliminary economic assessment, which showed a robust rate of return. And so, this now gives it the next level of comfort. So now, the CapEx estimates, the operating costs, all factor in the inflation that everyone's seen across the industry over the last several years. And we're very happy that, despite factoring in higher inflationary costs, we're still showing this to be a top tier, lowest quartile cost producer with very, very manageable capital costs here, under $400 million to build this project. And so, yeah, I think this is, taking this project, continuing to advance it towards a construction decision. I'd say the pre-feasibility study represents a very big milestone on that journey.
With a low all-in sustaining cost and a rising price of silver, what are the next steps for this asset?
Next steps, so we're looking to do additional study work, as I mentioned, then looking to drill, continue to drill. We have lots of exploration targets that we've identified, looking to define those out later this year, update the resource, the reserve here, and then for next year in 2025, we'd be looking to complete a bankable feasibility study. We expect by the end of 2025, we'd also have our permits in place here. So by the end of 2025, this could be a construction-ready project pending construction financing.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with the community at CEO.CA?
No, thanks very much for the opportunity. Look, I think we've covered all the key points. I think we have a very robust project here, very compelling economics, large scale, with lots of catalysts ahead of us in terms of advancing this through additional study work, lots of exploration results once we recommence drilling here, and then taking this project all the way to sort of the construction decision stage by next year. So a lot of work ahead of ourselves here over the coming 18 months, but certainly a very, very exciting time for our company.
Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.